Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to episode 6 of our Timberborn playthrough. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos. We will go through a quick recap, and then we can go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so welcome back, and interestingly enough, if you watched episode 5, you'll note that it was supposed to be an episode to bridge a gap from an error that I had made. Now, interestingly enough, it turns out that the majority of my other videos were also corrupted, so we're just hopping in right where we left off in episode 5. And a big problem that we have right now is injuries. So let's go ahead and get into the game here. So we got a lot of injured beavers who aren't working, and I'm kind of curious as to whether that is factoring in to the food issue that we're seeing right now. So let me just figure something out. So if we go in here, we can get medical beds, and we know that these will work better with what do we want to call it, with medicine. So with that being said, I think we should definitely kind of start to set up a little medical facility. So I'm just kind of going to start to clear some of this off. We'll just speed this up a little bit. A couple of these are a little too far, so we'll go ahead and do that. And now they can go ahead and get in there. But we are going to start to set up a little bit of a medical facility. So let's get 3 beds in there, and then as we clear this out, we can kind of make this our medical area, and that should be good. That should help us out. Not really necessary. I'm just gonna kind of bridge that gap there and destroy that path so we can get that built. But let's get those built, and then let's go ahead and move on to these beds, just because I think that will be good. And then I also kind of want to run a road down like this, and we could go ahead and throw a shrine in there. That would probably be good. So let's detonate that, clear that out, and then let's continue to get some medical beds in here. Just because we have so many injured beavers. And hopefully as they get healthy, they'll go back to work. I don't know, that's just kind of my theory as to why food's so low. Then again, population is quite high. So, could really be any number of things, quite honestly. But these medical beds are going to be popular. However, what would also be helpful is a couple of these healers here. And then we are going to need some storage. I believe medicine is stored in these tanks. So why don't we get a couple of those, as well as one of these. So the healers use dandelions, water, and wood to produce medicine. So we are going to store... What do we want in here? Dandelions. Where are dandelions at? Dandelions, right here. So we're going to store dandelions in there. These are both going to store medicine. And then let's go ahead and get a medium tank up here to store water. Just so that these healers kind of always have, access to the materials that they need. However, dandelions, they don't currently have access to. So let's go ahead and give them some access. So we will get this built, and then we can pretty much cover this whole area in dandelions. And that should be good. And actually, let's clear out a few of these. Maybe like that. And we can go in here. I don't know, do we think it's, yeah, gathering flags. Okay. We can get 4 gathering flags in there. And that should help us with the dandelions. And honestly, let's get a couple more rows of dandelions up there. That should be good. So now we do have beavers going in to, you know, kind of heal up. We also have both of these. No dandelions currently, so that's going to be the holdup on those. But let's have this guy focus on dandelions. We'll give him a moderately high working priority. Another thing that we could do, we can continue our building effort here. Get some houses. Maybe do something like that. Kind of fill that out. And now I would love to... Do I want to get a... Do I want to get like a rooftop terrace in here? That could be good. Let's just see if we go to entertainment here. Rooftop terrace. Yeah, we could get that in there. Or do we want to go one higher? Do we want to go one higher? No, I think that that'll be good. So we will get a rooftop terrace in there. And let's get this 1x2 roof. Get that in there. And then I'm kind of thinking that eventually we'll have a house here. And then a house here like that. So we can go ahead and get the... carry the roof on there. And maybe get a, you know, a little shrub in there. So they can get that built. But anyway. So this guy's going to continue to plant the dandelions. These are going to take 3 days to grow into their peak form. And then 3 days to produce a dandelion. So they're definitely a few days out from being harvestable. But that's okay. So, what are some big projects that we want to get done today? Well, food seems to be stabilizing, so I'm wondering if a lot of those injuries were what were preventing, you know, a lot of our beavers from harvesting food. It's entirely possible. But one thing that I really want to start to get done is dynamiting off this whole top area up here. I'm just making sure that these are within range of our district. They are. So we will just continue to dynamite these. I imagine we're going to have to bring a road around here. Like that, just to maintain the range. So that's okay, we will do that. And we will just continue to lay the dynamite. All up here. And let's just go ahead and prioritize these, and then they can move on to the dynamite. So, obviously not storing any medicine. No water up here yet. Kind of want to see if we can fill that so that there's always water up there. We'll have to see how we do with our water production. Kind of want to get those two running as well. We do have 14 vacant jobs, unfortunately. I imagine a lot of them are... Yeah, so that's 8 science right there. Now, luckily, we've got a ton of science, so I'm not overly concerned about the you know, about the science. And then I imagine, yeah, builders are the others. Well, that's fair. That makes sense, should we say. But anyway, with the return of the water, we now have all of our wheat. We got a ton of wheat stored. Not a lot of wheat flour. Actually, no wheat flour. We got barely any. So I'm kind of wondering if we want maybe another grist mill. I just don't necessarily know where we would put it in. Let's see, if we go to food, we grab a grist mill. We could throw it up there. Like right there. We could delete both of these. Clear that out. So we could get a path around here like that. And then we would just need to work the power up here. So if we got a vertical power shaft with a platform, we could then do something like that and get that built. Just that way we would get a little bit more, you know, a little bit more flour coming in, because I think right now our bakery is just outpacing no, it's actually not. We're full up on the storage here. So why don't we grab another storage and get more bread. More bread in there. That should be good. Now, one thing that was said, one comment, and I'm just trying to remember. I'm actually going back in my comments here to see if I can remember who left it. Paul. Paul left a comment on episode 2 regarding the storage of the grilled potatoes. He was saying that grilled potatoes deserve more storage. So let's go ahead and take a look here. This is our storage grilled potatoes, 132 out of 200. We do have quite a few grills that produce grilled potatoes, and they can actually all store 120, and we're not quite getting there. Now, part of me wonders whether that's because we're just not producing enough potatoes, which is entirely possible. We are going to expand the... Let's blow that up. That's really satisfying. We are going to expand the potato production once we, you know, get this whole area situated. So for now, Paul, I hate to say it, but I'm going to leave the potato storage where it's at, and then we will definitely get to it once we set up some more farming up here. So anyway, let's go ahead and prioritize this storage to be built. That should get built in no time. It's just logs and planks, both of which we have plenty of. In fact, we might want underground pile. Let's unlock that. And I think I'm going to empty both of these. So let's get just some overflow storage in here for now. Let's remove these resources. Prioritize the removal of those. Can blow that up. Just clearing this off, I think, is going to be really helpful. But anyway, so what we're going to do is let's add some overflow storage here. And this is going to be for, let's do 2 logs and 2 planks for now. Prioritize all of those, and then I'm going to unload both of these and then build the underground piles here, which can each hold 1,800 as opposed to 180. So let's empty this, and we will empty this. So hopefully these will get emptied out quickly, and then we should be able to delete these without having, you know, just enormous amounts of materials on the ground. There we go. So I wonder if they'll come over and pick these up. In the event that they don't, I'm just going to delete them. Let's get an underground pile in here. This one's going to be for logs. So we can prioritize that. And then once this one is empty, and I actually realized it's kind of oriented in the wrong direction. It should really be oriented over there. Let's go ahead and delete that. And then let's get a large pile in here. and store planks. So we can prioritize both of those, and then we can unload all of this into here, and maybe just keep that for excess storage. You know, it's not a bad thing to have just tons of storage laying around, especially when you want to go on like a building spree. It really makes it convenient to be able to, you know, to be able to produce. So these should get built really fast. We have the planks, we have the gears, so they should get built in no time, honestly. And then once they are, we can go ahead and empty these. So they'll bring the logs down into here. And then once this one is built, we can go ahead and empty the planks back into here. So that should be good. Come on, guys. So we can go ahead and empty both of those. Perfect. And I'm actually going to tell this underground pile to fill itself up. So obtain as many goods as you can, and then we'll just make both of these ones balanced. That should be good. That's going to give us a lot of excess storage. All of those are within reach of the dynamite, which is perfect. In fact, I almost think that should make a couple more facilities, because we're still doing totally fine on power. These are outputting tremendous amount of power, more than they actually need. And we have the paper, because if we take a look at this, so this takes 3 hours to produce 1 dynamite from 3 paper. And if we come in here, this takes 1.5 hours to produce 2 paper. So essentially, 1 paper mill, I guess 3, yeah. I'm just going to do it until I run out of stuff. I was trying to do the math in my head, but I can't, you know? But let's get maybe 2 more. 2 more in there. That should be good. And then maybe another paper mill. Might not be a bad idea. Question is, do I have a decent way of getting power down here? I mean, in theory, I don't really need these stairs anymore. So let's kind of get rid of those. I can get rid of that road. And then I could get a paper mill right in here. Connect that up. This is going to be making wheat flour, so that should be good. And look at that, our population is completely caught back up to where we're at. Our food is doing great. We do have people in the medical facilities, and we're actually making medicine, so that is perfect. These have a stockpile of medicine, which is great. Very good. We will just continue to clear that off, and then we will let's give them a road through here so that they can actually go cut down those trees. So none of these should be out of range anymore. We are producing more explosives now, twice as much, and paper. So that's really good, and we are still doing totally fine on our power production. So this is all good. And I'm actually curious. I have a thought. If I dynamite that out, does that allow me to store more power? So right now, I can store 3,200 power, just because when it gets to the bottom. I'm curious to see if I dynamite that out, whether I'll be able to store, you know, a significant amount more, or whether it will be a negligible amount. So I'll be interested. I wonder if the game actually takes that into effect or not. Alright, so let's see. So 32,000 is our maximum. If I delete those, yeah, now 36,000. That's actually a pretty significant difference. Which kind of makes me want to do just one more round of dynamite in there. I think should be sufficient. And now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And let's see if I can get away with... Yep, they're still within range, so we can go ahead and get the dynamite up there. Don't want to blow that one up yet, because I need to be able to get over there. But this is good. We have plenty of dandelions stored. We're not stockpiling medicine yet, but I think most of these are full. Yeah, they're almost all full, so the excess medicine should start to go into this storage here. At least you kind of think it would. Okay, so there, I guess I have other medical bays kind of hanging around. And let's see what this brings us up to now. 38,000. That's pretty good. And we're just continuing to get this cleared out, and then I think we're going to start to dynamite out a pretty significant space up here to make a reservoir. And I think that would be quite helpful. So maybe something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's just continue to plant some dynamite here as we go. And that should be good. And now our food is doing great. Grilled potatoes are lacking. We really need to expand our potato production, but we will get to that eventually. And let's see. Let's get these blown up and just continue to walk our way back. And get this dynamite set. And this should be good. Once we kind of get this area cleared out, we can really start to farm up here, which would be really useful. Interestingly enough, we've pretty much exhausted our supply of scrap metal up here, for the most part. So that's not a bad thing. We have a ton of bread stored, which is great to see. Planks are doing okay. Logs are doing fine. We could probably go for another area of log harvesting. Maybe kind of down in this area once we end up creating a new district. But for now, I think we're doing pretty good. And let us just continue our dynamiting. We are producing tons of dynamite now, which is great. Or at least, you know, marginally more dynamite. 4 times as much dynamite. As well as more paper. But you can really never have enough dynamite in this game, truthfully. And I would love to get another bakery. But I just think, you know, overproducing flour, not the end of the world for now. go ahead and get rid of that. Now, one thing that I do want to do, and this is completely unnecessary, but I would love to replace this with platforms. So let's get some dynamite in there, and let's maximum priority that. Just to get rid of that. And then we will continue to dynamite away this, the remainder of this. So hopefully we can get the dynamite set up here. And then we can rebuild the rest of that. So now I believe I need a triple platform there. And a staircase there. And then I could go ahead and add in a few more medical beds. Just so that we have a nice little hospital area up here. We are maxed out on medicine. That's great to see. We're doing really well with water, so hopefully we start to get some water up here so that they don't have to travel as far. And I actually see what I did there. So I missed a connection. So let's see. So that needs... Got to get rid of this, and let's just make sure that we're connecting up everything that needs to be connected. Do we need a connection on the second floor? Yes. That's where we needed the connection. So let's go one there, and then a double there. And we can get all of those connected up. We should be able to get these built pretty fast, get those houses reconnected, and then be pretty set as far as, yeah, so those are fixed. Perfect. Now, we still have 21 free beds, so I'm not going to build this housing complex quite yet. But I might map it out just to get rid of that. We could put in a shrine here. It's kind of a nice place for a shrine. But we could map out this housing complex, even though we're not going to... We'll pause the building of all of those. And let's see, we're going to need some platforms in here because I can't get an entrance there, which is okay. Not the end of the world. And now, let's see, I'm probably going to actually need double platforms there because I'm once again not going to be able to get an entrance there. So let's get double platforms in there. And then, do I want houses on the back, or do I want another... Yeah, I think I want houses on the back. So we can pause all of those. And then we could go ahead and get some decorations in here. Something like that. I want the 3x2. 2x3? Could get a shrub in there. And then we could get the beaver statue. We have enough. Yeah, so let's get the beaver statue there. And I guess I'll unpause that center column and they can build that just so that we actually get the beaver statue. Just because I think that that'll look quite nice. And then let's go in here, clear that out. And just make sure that all of these are within the area. And let's get those taken down as soon as possible. We have 20 vacancies. We must have had quite a death wave there for a little bit. Nothing to do in range. So we'll pause all of those so that nobody works there anymore. Building lacks workers. Yes. Building lacks materials. Yep, the grill tracking. There's not enough. Don't have enough potatoes coming in. And we do have injured beavers. Which is unfortunate, but seems to kind of be the name of the game right now. And we have a drought, so I'm going to go ahead and pause. I'll leave 2 of those running. I don't know, it is a 9-day drought. I'll leave 1 running up there, and then these 3 running down here. And that should be good. And then I would love to clear these resources. And unfortunately, they are too far. So we'll see how far we can get. So let's get rid of that. Let's back this road out, and now let's kind of map out like where we want our water storage to be. So I'm thinking this whole area will get dynamited, and then maybe this whole area. Not really sure. Could do something like that. But now I don't really know what to store here. Do water tanks for medicine. So let's do, let's see, we got catalyst, yeah, maybe medicine. Store some of it just right here, right by the facility here. And now maybe this whole area just gets dynamited out. This is just for water storage now. That could work. I mean, it's pretty extensive, but could definitely work. Could get a grindstone in there. Let's see. Kind of want to put like another campfire in somewhere right here. Don't really know if it would fit though. It might. Showers. Could get showers in there. I don't know. I think for now we'll go with grindstone. Couple of these. And then maybe a bench. A bench right there. Let's go ahead and get those built. Let's see how that does. And now we do have a pretty significant amount of dynamite in here, so let's start the dynamiting process. By starting to blast some of this stuff. And I wish there was something that I could put here. Maybe a beaver statue? Decoration? Beaver statue? Yeah, like that, kind of overlooking the area. That could be nice. But anyway, we can get this stuff we can start to dynamite. Not really sure what happened to my English there, but it struggled for a minute. And then I think we'll make a space here for some showers. So we can have some showers on the back of this grindstone. And then maybe a swimming area? Not sure. But I'm gonna run a road over there. Just for the time being. And I'm also going to get rid of that. I'm just going to lower the priority on this stuff. Just for now. Let out a little bit of water, just to kind of refill that little riverbed right there. And now let me see, just as far down as we want to go. So if I go into here, and I get the triple floodgate. Yeah, so I need to bring this whole thing down another level. So let's maximize the priority on that. We can go ahead and blow that up. So that didn't affect our water. But we can kind of blow this whole thing up and then replace these with the triple floodgates, which should be quite useful. But obviously we're going to have to do that not during a drought. This looks really bizarre without the other houses built. Looks kind of interesting. I don't know. You'll have to let me know in the comments, what do we think about our like pedestal house. Quite an interesting feature. So let's get rid of that, and then let's continue to dynamite out here. And again, the stockpile of dynamite is great. It's just a question of getting enough builders, which it looks like we finally have plenty. So we'll just continue to dynamite out. We will continue to drain some of the water down into here. You can see some of our dandelions are dying, but they'll last quite a long time. Like, this is not going to completely dry out. We can go ahead and get that in there, and then we can rebuild that bridge, but now at the correct depth, which will be good. So we have our beaver coming in here. He dropped it off. He didn't build it, though. Kind of disappointed there in that little beaver. Let's go ahead and blow that up. And then we can put in our new bridge at the proper depth. And we can get that built. Now, we can also, I imagine we're going to need a couple paths into here to get this done. But we can also fill this entire area with dynamite. Just kind of checking some of the outer ones, making sure that they are within range. And that should be good. So we are going to need quite a bit of dynamite there. We're also going to need to dynamite out this whole area. Now, not sure if that was the smartest move. I think we'll be able to safely manage all that water down below. But let's go ahead and get this dynamited out so that we can add in our triple floodgates. None of the water overflowed, so it will continue to get used. However, I am worried that some of this is going to start drying out. So I'm just going to pause a couple of them, a couple of the water pumps. And hopefully these guys come down here and get all these built. so that we can come in here with our triple floodgates. Add those in. And then better be able to control, we will be better able to control the water. So, that should be good. We got plenty of planks. Planks are a non-issue. Logs, kind of short on logs actually, which is, you know, kind of not good. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this with logs. So hopefully they come over here and move all of the logs into our industrial area. This is good. Interestingly, we have 5 unemployed beavers. And we are just about out of vacant beds. So I'm going to go ahead and unpause one series of the houses there. And we'll prioritize that over laying the dynamite. The dynamite will get laid. The dynamite is going to be an ongoing project in this series, for sure. But I am confident that we will get it all laid eventually. And then when we do, then we will have just massive amounts of water able to be stored. Truthfully, I'm wondering if this is enough. I kind of want more water. So why don't we bring this out a little bit? Bring it down like that. Get rid of that. So we can dynamite this entire area as well. Yeah, that'll be good. We're getting these houses built. Set the roof to the highest priority. Gotta get the roof done, you know? Let's start to detonate out some of the space. This drought is about to come to an end, which is quite good. We still have a huge stockpile of explosives, which is great. That's exactly what I want to see. I wonder if I should... I'm going to lay one more layer of dynamite down here in the trench. And get that built. Perfect. We can just continue to detonate. And now we've got a bunch of vacant beds again. We have 6 unemployed beavers, which kind of... I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to build another builder's hut. I think I'll put that right here. So let's prioritize that, and let's see, what do we have our builder's huts at as far as priority? So it's moderately low workplace priority. And we will continue to dynamite. I'd say finish these dynamites next, just so I can clear those, and then we can build some stairs down and start clearing out the inner area. And then we'll have to go down a full additional level from there. But the water has returned. We are doing just fine on water production. So I'm going to unpause those 3 so that hopefully we, you know, continue to get more water. Make sure that these are at the right height. Clear off a couple of those. Add on our dynamite. Prioritize them. And we are starting to chip away into our explosive stockpiles. So Let's go ahead and delete that, and that. And now we've got a ton of water up here. And it just looks much cleaner. It's a nicely laid out water supply. So why don't we come into here now? We're going to get a series of stairs down. Something like that. And then I'm not sure if paths will be needed, but we can put them in for sure. And I think that's going to bring us to the end of this episode, guys. So if you enjoyed it and you made it this far, definitely consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like and a comment. It really helps with the engagement. Plus, it's just motivating. I enjoy getting them. And definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Share it with your friends. If you haven't played Timberborn, I can't recommend it enough, and I hope you guys get it. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.